Rohit Sharma as Test captain is perhaps entering one of his most important matches. After the loss in the Boxing Day Test, plenty was said, and one has to say with reason. To see India coming back after lunch with Shardul Thakur and Prasidh Krishna when you had South Africa 3 down did not seem right. Several points in the South African innings, the Indians lacked intent, and the buck has to stop with the captain. One knows for certain that Rohit Sharma wants to make a difference as a test match player. I remember him telling me when he was in Australia during COVID and had to enter the test match without much practice that he was willing to fail, for playing test match cricket for India was a dream. Clearly, this will mean a lot to Rohit Sharma. To be able to win this one and draw the series 1 apiece would be as much as winning. No one except Mahendra Singh Dhoni has been able to do so in South Africa, and that too 10 years back. Rohit Sharma, the batter, has been stellar in test match cricket in the last couple of years. He was outstanding in England. But in the first test, Rohit looked out of sorts. Kagiso Rabada had his number, and not the first time. So clearly, Rohit Sharma will have to do much better if India has to win this one. Like he said to the reporters ahead of the first test, India is working the hardest. They need some rewards. At the start of 2024, for every Indian fan, an Indian test win under Rohit Sharma could well set the year up. So far, the signs haven't been great. South Africa have been dominant. Statistically, the Newlands has not been a happy hunting ground for India. We haven't won a single test match there. But then, records are meant to be broken. Statistics are meant to be changed. And who better than Rohit Sharma? He led with a lot of verve and panache in the World Cup. 10 wins on the trot said a lot. He was fearless as captain. He now needs to be the same fearless self in this test match at the Newlands. Can he do it? For that could well define his legacy as test match captain and that of Rahul Dravid as coach. As I said, one of the most important test matches for Rohit Sharma, the leader.
Welcome to Ref Sports. It is the day of the second test between India and South Africa. Having never won a test series in South Africa and after the Boxing Day test loss, the dream remains a dream. But it's the new year and India should be going in to play this test with a clean slate. Before we get to the discussion about the match, let me introduce my guests. Joining me today are Shubhayan Chakravarti, joining from Cape Town, Bolia Mujumdar, and Devashish Sen. On to you first, Bhayan. Tell us about what the atmosphere is. It's like at Cape Town. I'm sure it's buzzing.
I'll show you the atmosphere. Wait. And it's in South Africa. It's always been like this. Like people come here in numbers to support their team, regardless of whether they understand the sport or not. That's the fun part about it. And you can see New Year's test, a test happening after 2022. The last test happened here was against India. Only after that, this stadium has not hosted any test matches. So a special occasion for the local peoples who have come out in numbers to support their team, and for the Western Province Association as well, because they have been struggling with finances, with their dues, and this crowd, this match will help them come out of their financial difficulties. So you can see great atmosphere outside the stadium. People have come out in numbers. It's still holiday time here in South Africa. So yeah, good to see some people here to watch cricket.
Shubhayan, South Africa has won the toss and chosen to bat first. How do you see this match heading now that you know the toss result?
Have they decided to bat first?
Yes.
So good decision. I think in Cape Town, it's been hot, 30 degrees plus, and the pitch it has been easy to score runs whenever the sun is out. Of course, it will assist the pace bowlers, But if South Africa can negate the first hour, first couple of hours, or even the first session, then they can go on to score a heavy total. But having said that, Prasidh Krishna has got another chance, a good opportunity for Mukesh Kumar to play this match and prove his mettle also. So looking forward to this battle between the Indian Pacers and South African batters.
Yes, Debakshish, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, just a bit on of update. South Africa has won the toss and has elected to bat first. Two changes for South Africa. They have brought in Lungi Ngidi and Keshav Maharaj in place of injured Timba Bavuma and Gerald Coetzee. India also going in for two changes. Obviously, one is expected. Ravindra Jadeja comes in place. Obviously, he's fit, and Mukesh Kumar in place of Shardul Thakur. So Prasidh Krishna keeps his place on. That's a big update coming from Cape Town. And I, for one, was vouching to see the ouster of Shardul Thakur because he has been a huge disappointment. But it's good to see Prasidh Krishna keeping his place. Rohit Sharma did mention in the pre-match press conference that he would love to see. It was only his first test match, so he would love to see. There were some nerves, there was some. So it's great to see the team management giving confidence to the youngster.
Absolutely. Boria, this is going to be the ultimate test for Rohit Sharma as a captain. Talk about that.
Absolutely. I mean, he started with some wins in India, beating Sri Lanka and beating Australia, but thereafter losing the World Test Championship final, losing the Boxing Day Test match. Rohit Sharma has to lead, and let's be very clear about it. Rohit Sharma as a Test player is a very. I mean, he always wanted to make a difference as a Test player. This is his chance as leader and batter. At Centurion, he was caught wanting both as batter and leader. As batter, he would have to give a start. He would have to lead from the front with his batting, like he had done in England under Virat Kohli, like he had done giving India starts. That is why India did so well. Last couple of years, he has been good. But that World Test Championship final loss, in the second innings, he was set. He gave his wicket away. In the first Test match, that first inning shot was not needed. So someone like Rohit Sharma as captain will have to be much better. Number one. Number two, as leader, if you lose a World Test Championship, a Boxing Day Test, and this one, then clearly it will dent your record. It will be a big mark against your captaincy. So huge test. Why only for Rohit Sharma? Also for Rahul Dravid. Losing 0-2 in South Africa, start of the WTC cycle, will peg India back. Make no mistake, this is one of the most important test matches that captain coach duo will be playing.
Debashish, your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. I would like to add to Viriada's what his comments are on Rohit Sharma. He is definitely in need of some runs. Means he needs to score runs. He has scored only 128 runs. Can you believe in a batsman of the stature of Rohit Sharma scoring 128 runs in South Africa in 10 innings at an average of 12.80? That is abysmal. Means so as to say, means obviously only 128 runs and his highest score in South African soil is 47. So that doesn't it is not a good advertisement for someone like Rohit, and he's the captain of the side. Look at Dean Elgar, the innings he played in the last match. So we need some inspiration from someone like from the captain himself. And also Virat, obviously Virat did batted well in both the innings in the last match. He did not get 100, but again Shubman Gill, is another batter who India will be banking upon. He has also not scored after that debut series against Australia, where he scored at 50 and 91. His overseas record has been it's pathetic. Means his highest score has been only 29 runs from 11 innings outside Asia. So Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, two of the main batters, their record in South Africa is pathetic to say this. Say there is Rohit Sharma only 12.80 average and scoring 128 runs from 10 innings. Shubman Gill average of 29 outside Asia in 11 innings. So these two batters need to come out, need to make a statement. If you are to be counted as in the top bracket, you need to leave a mark in conditions like South Africa. You have done well in Australia, you have done well in England, but the real challenge is to do well in South Africa, because these are all testing conditions. The conditions will be similar like Centurion, Super Sport Park. Yes, South Africa has won a good toss and they are batting first, but all it boils down is to have a big first inning score. Means whatever South Africa scores, India cannot afford to have a deficit. India needs to get past that South African total. Whatever, irrespective the total South Africa score in the first inning, India needs to bat well, needs to score runs in the middle. 245 in first innings cannot win you matches, cannot win you test matches outside India. You need to score more than the first big first innings total for you to give the cushion to your bowlers. Gargi.
Yes, yeah. Shubha, and tell us about whatever you know about the conditions in the stadium, about the pitch, and what have you observed in the practice session so far?
But it is hot. It is hot. It has been bright and sunny, unlike Centurion, where there were shower threats, rain threats. So it is absolutely clear for all 5 days. Very hot, 30 plus degrees, as I said earlier. And the pitch has grass. It has a layer of grass, and both Dean Elgar and Rohit Sharma said that it will assist pacers. It will be similar conditions. At least the pitch will play similar to Centurion. Of course, it is not the same track, but so it will have a little bit of grip. So Ravindra Jadeja could come in extremely crucial there to contain and give a break to other bowlers also. And a huge test match for Prasidh Krishna as well has been given that trust and confidence by the Indian team management. So it is up to him now to bowl consistently, and if he can bounce out, we know his capabilities. He's quick. He can bounce out, hit the deck hard, but if he can be consistent with his length, then he can be a crucial player. And of course, the onus will be on the bowlers to set platform now that South Africa are batting first. If you can restrict them anything below 300, then we are in for a good game. You're on mute, Gargi.
I was saying, Boria, over to you. Jasprit Bumrah was really troubling Dean Elgar before, he got set. Today, it's going to be really interesting to see that head-to-head contest between the two. Talk about that.
Yeah, but then the moment Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj were done, the pressure was released, and that's where India has to be way more consistent, and that's where I believe Mukesh Kumar will be better, because Mukesh Kumar is somewhat like Mohammad Shami, has the ability to move the ball and swing the ball, use the seam. So Mukesh Kumar should not concede that many number of runs as a Shardul Thakur did. So, and as I said, Ravindra Jadeja, the Shubhan point, we've been advocating this for 2-3 days now. Ravindra Jadeja will bowl a nagging length. If necessary, a leg stump line. Don't give runs. Because your job, 5 overs, 3 runs, 3 maidens. Just ensure that your faster bowlers get that break and steam in. For Prasidh Krishna, whatever nerves you may have had, done now. One aberration of a bad test. Forget about it. Come back, deliver. Your captain and coach has shown faith in you. This is your opportunity to deliver. South Africa, by getting Maharaj and by getting Ngidi, you've actually shortened your batting. Because Gerald Kudzia was an all-rounder and Temba Bavuma a batter. Keshav Maharaj is a tail-ender, yes, can bat, but Ngidi can't. So actually the South African tail is also pretty long. It has a Nandri Burger, it has a Lungi Ngidi, it has a Keshav Maharaj. So if you think you have early inroads into the South African batting, you can put pressure on South Africa. So the first session, as always, in overseas conditions, will be massive for India. Discipline. Some balls will miss the bat. Fine. Don't drop your catches behind. Elementary fundamentals need to be right. Attack. Be aggressive. If you don't get a wicket, make the changes. Don't let the shoulders drop. 3 wickets critical before lunch, and don't let South Africa get easy runs. That is what is absolutely paramount for India to do.
Devashish, your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. You cannot let South Africa score those easy runs, as was the case in the first test. Means obviously, in South Africa were in a spot. Remember in the first test in Centurion where they were 3 down during lunch, but then and that session between lunch and tea where where Rohit Sharma brought in Prasidh Krishna and Shardul Thakur, that was the time when they let loose the momentum. Means obviously South Africa, they scored that 42 runs of 8 overs. That is where South Africa somewhat, that was the first sign of South Africa taking the match away from India. So in test matches, you win sessions. Means obviously, as Boriada rightly said, that if you if you make those early inroads, you need to cash in. You need to, you cannot afford to let go the runs, let runs leaking in from other end. Means if you need to hold tight forte from both ends, and that daring, and remember, South Africa will somewhat has made a good decision by bringing in Tristan Stubbs in place of Keegan Peterson. So that is also but then their tail is long now. Tail is long because NGD and Keshav Maharaj are no great batters. And so, and if you can make those early inroads, and remember the conditions will be good to bat. So let's see.
Shubha, and how do you see, on the same note, how do you see Lungi and Giddy and Keshav Maharaj's inclusion change the dynamics of the match?
Yeah, I think it doesn't allow the Indian team to settle on a specific plan because Keshav Maharaj brings you something different. He's a very good bowler in Test cricket, mind you. He can turn the ball also if the conditions are helpful. I was watching Keshav Maharaj bowl at the practice at the central strip yesterday, and he was getting some turn. So clearly, and he has a right thumb niggle, so that won't bother him bowling with his left arm. So a crucial player, always has been a crucial player, one of the leaders in that dressing room. So a good addition to the playing 11 after missing out on the Centurion Test. And Lungi and Giddy has always done really well against India, especially in Test cricket. He doesn't look extremely quick, a rapid bowler like a Kagiso Rabada is, but the bounce he gets suddenly from a good length delivery is what has troubled the Indian batters in the past as well. So two crucial additions. But again, if you can restrict South Africa to a 250, 260 total, then you already have that psychological advantage. And mind you, the number three, number four, Tony De Corsi, now Tristan Stubbs in the 11, they are not that experienced players in Test cricket. So you have to put that pressure on these guys and get early wickets. If you can do that, then well and good. India will be on the driving seat.
Yes, and Boria, in this match, it's also going to be a test for the top order batters against the moving ball because they really seem to be struggling against it at Centurion.
Yeah, and the same will be for South Africa. They will also be tested, Gargi. I mean, they are batting first, and Shubhan beautifully made the point. Tony Zizorzi, Tristan Stubbs, and David Bedingham. I mean, where is
Even
the
even
experience
even
there?
Aiden Markram was out of the Test squad. Only Shukri Conrad brought him back in the 11.
Exactly. So think of the inexperience there in the South African lineup also. Now that's where you need to make headway. A Bumrah and a Siraj, plenty of experience there. Get in 2-3 there. Once you have South Africa on the mat ahead of 2-3 good balls on the channel, not to waste. No leg stump balls, disciplined outside of that same channel that Alan Donald spoke about. Use the conditions. There will be bounce, there will be carry, there will be some movement and some assistance for the faster bowlers. Look, 2 hours before lunch, first day of a test match, New Year test. You have everything to play for. An inspired bowling effort from India, and there you go. So, no easy runs. I mean, we keep saying this your fundamentals. How's your slip catching? Where is KL Rahul standing behind the wicket? Is he standing too far back? He's got to get it right. The David Bedingham catch, for example, it was a little in front. So you've got to get your elementary right. And India has to win this. If you don't, Indian cricket team has everything in the world. Everything. You are the financial powerhouse of the world game. You've got every facility in the world. You have the biggest board backing you with all its might. You've got a coach who was a legend himself. Now deliver. Where you lost your Boxing Day, you lost your WTC, you lost your World Cup final on home soil. These are platforms that make you legends. For Rohit Sharma and for the rest of the team, deliver. If you don't, questions will be asked, and very rightly so.
Devashish, the conditions are definitely going to be suiting the seamers more. What do you expect out of the Indian bowlers today?
Yeah, obviously, they need to keep that ball at the line where just outside top stump, because that is where the South African batters will be tested. Means and conditions will definitely favor the fast bowlers in the first session. But having said that, is Dean Elgar has a brilliant average in Cape Town. Means he averages 48 in Newlands. And he's only next to Jack Cullis when it comes to the best average at home. It's 48 in 81 tests. So that's phenomenal. So South Africa will look from their captain, who is, and now remember, it is his final test as well.
Sorry, India, Shubha, and India has not won a single test match on this venue, and now having lost the toss as well, how do you see India taking on this challenge?
I think they have to fight. They have to fight. They have to be competitive out there. Past records doesn't matter in sport. Of course, there's a bit of a psychological thing. If you think about it, only if you think about it. If you say we are playing for the first time, the boys, the likes of Shubman, Yashasvi, they have not played here in the main team in the main test side. Then the past records doesn't matter. They have the chance to script history here. If they can equalize at this level, then it will be a good only second captain after Rohit Sharma, only the second Indian team to draw a test series in South Africa, and of course, winning up the first ever test match here in Cape Town. So it's an opportunity. If you can do that, then you know the aberration of that Centurion test will be put behind, and people will start talking about this test series and this the next. The next assignment, Gautam Singh asked if India wins this test match, they will become the first Asian team to win a test match at Newlands, Cape Town. Here you go. So it's an opportunity, as I was saying. And Rohit Sharma, as you could sense that हम लोग जब बाहर आते हैं अगर टेस्ट सीरीज नहीं जीतते तो हमारा पहला मकसद होता है कि टेस्ट सीरीज ड्रॉ करें. So that is the focus to level this series and end this series on a high note and start the year 2024 on a brighter note.
Yes. Boria, what does this test match mean for youngsters Prasidh Krishna and Mukesh Kumar?
Add Yashashvi Jaiswal and Shubman Gill and the entire
Yeah,
batting unit to that as well.
Yes.
Because to get 100 in the West Indies doesn't matter. West Indies is now a B grade side. You've got to go and get 100 in South Africa. Think of a Tendulkar. Think of Virendra Sehwag's test debut. 104 by 5 in Port Elizabeth, and there you go. A test career unrivaled. Sachin Tendulkar, 200s in Newlands, the only fellow to get that. That is where you become legends. You become top stars of the game. And these records mean nothing. I mean, you had a great record at Centurion. What happened? You were bundled out in 3 days. So did your record help you? No, it did not. I mean, records are meant to be broken. India did not win a series in Australia in 70 years. Then you won 2 back-to-back series in Australia. So records are meant to be broken. A Jaiswal, a Gill got a start in the second innings. Should have made 100. He missed a straight delivery. York bowled. Yashashvi Jaiswal got a start. Come on, convert. These are opportunities, Gargi, to elevate yourself from being a good player to a great player. And unless you do that, and Mukesh Kumar, think about it, a 4 for or a 5 for, how will that do his confidence? What will it do for him as a test match bowler? Massive opportunity. Even Prasidh Krishna. So what if you've had a bad debut? Forget about it. Come and deliver the goods because your team has shown faith in you. This is your opportunity now. Get your length right, get your line right, your discipline right, hit the deck, deliver. In sport, it's winner takes all. Just like we said for the women, no gallant losers, no moral victors. It's a winner or a loser. A two-test series lost 2-0 in South Africa will be a black mark on Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid. No question.
Well, the game is about to start in a few minutes, so I'm going to start wrapping up. Shubhayan, over to you. Predictions: how many wickets for India in the first session?
That's a tough question. How many wickets? I was thinking who is going to win this test
That's
match,
a prediction.
but I was processing that answer. But that's a good one. I think 3 wickets in the first session would be good if only India bowls well. 3 wickets should be the
Devashish,
target.
3 wickets for Shubhayan. Devashish,
I think I go with Subhayan, 3 wickets.
why are you not happy about that?
It's all right. It's 3 wickets. 3 wickets India will feel happy about.
Boria, your predictions?
Yeah, I mean, if you've lost the toss, you've got to make the new ball count. 2 at least. 3 will be a bonus. 2 at least.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you everyone for joining, and to everyone who's watching, stay tuned to Rev Sports.